Welcome back to another episode of Out Loud Geek, where we discuss news and views about pop culture, science fiction, fantasy, food, cooking, the outdoors, and more. Back in April, as I had talked about in a video that I had released at the time, LucasFilm president Kathleen Kennedy announced 3 new Star Wars movies during the European Star Wars celebration that was held in London. And one of those 3 new movies that she announced is one that is supposed to be directed by feminist documentarian Charmin Obaid-Chinoy. And it's also supposed to see a return of Rey Palpatine as played by actress Daisy Ridley. This is the same movie that writers Damon Lindelof and Justin Britt-Gibson had been writing until Kathleen Kennedy abruptly fired them last March, only weeks before Star Wars Celebration occurred, as she has a proven frequent tendency of doing. She had also announced their replacement at Star Wars Celebration with Peaky Blinders writer Stephen Knight. Now, a new listing on a popular outlet published a brief synopsis for this upcoming Daisy Ridley-led Disney Star Wars film that's aiming for a release in 2026, with its production supposedly going to start in the spring of 2024. Personally, I find that very unlikely given the current ongoing writer strike that started at the beginning of May and has no apparent end in sight as of the time that I'm recording this video. There's also the possibility of an actor strike starting next month because the contract between SAG-AFTRA, which stands for the Screen Actors Guild-American Federation of Television and Radio Artists, and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, or AMPTP, is ending at the end of this month. So the possible plot synopsis for the upcoming Disney Star Wars Rey Palpatine movie was released yesterday in the latest digital issue of Production Weekly, and it reads as follows. Set roughly 15 years after Rey's victory over Palpatine and the end of Star Wars The Rise of Palpatine, the sequel delves into Rey's courageous endeavor to restore the Jedi Order, where she assumes the role of a mentor to 2 promising young students, a girl and a boy. As their training progresses, it becomes evident that the girl possesses extraordinary abilities, destined to emerge as the future leader. Not surprisingly, Lucasfilm has since declared the published synopsis as being largely inaccurate. Portions of the synopsis have been stated previously by Kathleen Kennedy herself, but not the portion about a girl and a boy, with the girl having extraordinary abilities so that she can emerge as the future leader. That being said, if there is any truth in the latter part of the synopsis, it would fit perfectly into Kathleen Kennedy's relentless feminization of Star Wars and with views that Charmin Obaid-Chinoy has expressed. Personally, I still have my doubts that the movie will be made at all. And given the high likelihood that Kathleen Kennedy's first film since the release of that dumpster fire of a movie, The Rise of Palpatine, was released in 2019, the upcoming Indiana Jones and the Dildo of Destruction, which comes out next week, is expected to be a very expensive flop for Lucasfilm and Disney, as I have talked about in recent videos. And if it does flop, it's entirely possible that it would finally give Disney CEO Bob Iger the excuse to get rid of Kathleen Kennedy. If she does leave Lucasfilm of her own volition, or by being fired before any of these 3 announced Star Wars movies begin production, then there's no guarantee that any of them will be produced. And if they do get produced, I have no personal desire to see any of them. Not after that dumpster fire of a movie, The Rise of Palpatine, was released in 2019. That movie not only destroyed any desire for me to ever watch another Disney Star Wars sequel trilogy movie ever again, it also effectively destroyed any desire I may have had to watch what Kathleen Kennedy dreams up next. And part of that has to do with the complete rejection of the 3rd season of The Mandalorian, which, unlike the show's first 2 seasons, was a complete disaster on Disney+. As long as Kathleen Kennedy rules over Lucasfilm, Star Wars has no hope. She has completely destroyed everything that George Lucas painstakingly built including Willow and Indiana Jones. But who knows? After the Star Wars show being developed by Harvey Weinstein's former personal assistant Leslie Headland, The Acolyte, premieres on Disney+, maybe there won't be anyone left who will actually want to watch any future Star Wars movies. Thanks for watching today, and a huge thanks to everyone who has subscribed to our channel. We appreciate your support. If you enjoyed this video, please press the like button, and please feel free to share a comment. If you'd like to see more of our videos in the future and help support this channel, please press the red subscribe button, and please press the bell to receive notifications for new content. You can also find us on Facebook and Twitter by clicking on the links in the description. Until next time, this is Out Loud Geek.